Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to do something a little different than what I normally do. This Samsung dryer right behind me broke a couple of days ago, and I think I know what it is, and I'm going to show you step by step on how to fix it. I believe it is the heating element, and I just ordered a new one. Now I could probably go out and buy a new dryer today. They cost on average between $800 and like $1,200. But why throw this one away when you can fix it? You can fix it for a very low price. So this dryer is standing on a base, so I'm going to pull it back slightly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the power and then take this flexible vent out. I have a flexible vent on mine. You may have a semi-rigid one. This particular model, on the top panel, it has 2 screws. I'm going to remove those first. Now this front panel is held in place by tabs in the back. So basically all you have to do is just pull it up a little bit like this. And then you're going to disconnect the wiring harness. We have 2 here. Now this front panel has 4 screws, 2 here and 2 here. Then you open up the door, and there are 2 screws at the bottom that I have to remove. One there and one there. And now I can remove the door and this front panel all together. But before I do that, there is a door harness, wiring harness right there. I'm gonna remove that, and then I can just pull up. There it is. Now remove the door switch from this top bracket. Now this top bracket has 4 screws. 1 here, there, and no, I take that back, 5. 1, 2, 3, that's 5. You should be able to pull up and out. This top bracket has 2 metal fingers, 1 on each side, and they go right in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this wiring harness out of the way, because I have to take out the bulkhead next. Just set it aside. Now the bulkhead has 4 screws, 2 here and 2 there. There are tabs that are holding it in place. That's a nice little feature. So you can take out all screws, it's not gonna fall. Alright guys, so there are 3 more screws at the bottom. I can't just take the bulkhead out yet. So this blower housing has 1, 2, 3 screws. And now I'm going to remove the moisture wire or moisture sensor. There we go. Now I can remove the bulkhead. Alright guys, so I found it easier to remove the blower housing. There's a 4th screw here on the side. I'm gonna have to take that out. Let's take out the filter as well. Yeah, I think it's a lot easier this way. Now I can lift up the bulkhead. Alright guys, in order to take the belt off this drum, you see that white pulley back there? I'm gonna have to move it over to the left, take out the belt, and then I can remove the drum. Let's do that now. Okay, belt has been removed. Now I'm going to lift and lift and remove the drum. And guys, now is a good time to check the condition of your belt. So if you need to replace it, if it's frayed anywhere, then you can replace it now. But I replaced this one about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, and I did that video, and some of you saw it. So belt's good. So as you can see, guys, it's a little dirty inside. I mean, it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. And here we have the blower housing, the motor, and the heating element is there under this heating can. And here on this side, we have two sensors. One maintains the temperature and the other is a fail-safe if the dryer overheats. I believe my package will have these two sensors as well as those two here. So once I clean this out, I'm gonna go ahead and replace these two. Hey guys, without having to look too hard, I already found the problem. You see the heating element right here? This is where it broke. That's why it doesn't work. Can you see it? There it goes, right there. Yeah, it goes connected right there to that connection here. It broke. So yeah, everything else is working fine except for the heat. All right, so I'm all clean now. And last year when I replaced the belt, I also replaced the rollers. I got two there and one or two more in the bulkhead right there. This one and this one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean all of these parts, or maybe I should do it right before I put them on. And let's go get the sensors. All right, so this is the part, and I'm going to link this below in case anyone's interested, in case you do have an identical dryer. And I ordered this through Amazon and it came the very next day. There we go. Oh, and by the way, just keep all of your parts together with the screws and what have you. All right. We have, what, 4 sensors here and the heating element. What happened to the other one is that it broke right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and install the 2 sensors first. So I'm going to replace the temperature and fail-safe sensors. It came with the kit, so might as well replace them all. There's nothing wrong with these, but like I said, if you have new ones, go ahead and replace it. Alright guys, these are the old sensors. So we have the temperature and the fail-safe, brand new right here. So we're gonna go ahead and replace that now. Yeah, for reference, this is DC47000016 alpha, and this is DC32000007 alpha. So you don't have to worry about the numbers basically, because this kit comes with a heating element and the 4 sensors. Alright, these 2 sensors are done. Okay, so now we have to remove the heating element inside of the heating can. So we have 1 screw. Let's go ahead and take that out. And then we're going to remove this orange wire. It could be red in some cases. And this blue wire up here. Okay. Now we're ready to remove the can. There we go. There are 2 tabs here, as you can see. You just move it up and out. Alright guys, so now I have to remove the thermofuse and thermostat. Now we can discard the old ones. I'm gonna put this to the side. Now we have to remove what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. And there it is. And there's the old heating element broken right there. Now these connections have 4 tabs, 2 here and 2 there. So you need to move them up, make them flush with that. That way you can pull this out. Oh, and by the way, guys, before I go any further, make sure that neither of these 2 wires are touching the base right there. Okay? Nothing should be touching that. Let's put them in. Okay, and you see these 2 tabs? We're gonna bend them up, one there and one on the other side. That'll hold them in place. There we go. It won't be able to come out. All right, both connections are in. Now, I gotta align these holes right there with these holes here. Now it's gonna be a little, it's gonna be a little tricky. May take me a few minutes. They don't necessarily align all the time. But if I can put the lid on, the top on, and get 1 or 2 screws in, everything else will seem to align. So yeah, let me go ahead. Yeah, you see that? It's all over the place. So take your time with this. Take a few minutes. And I'll be with you guys in just a second. Yeah, if I can just get 1 in, maybe 2, all the others will be fine. Guys, it took me about 5 minutes to get them all aligned and screw them in. So now, I'm gonna go in and install the sensors. I'll start with this one. Okay, so the thermal fuse and thermostat are installed. And now I'm gonna go ahead and connect this. Well, it's backwards. This is a bigger connection than this. This is a slightly smaller for the sensor. There we go. Let's go ahead and install that now. You see this finger here on the can? Has to go inside of that slot there, okay? And just put it in like so. And these 2 tabs, that one and that one, they go here, right there and there. Super simple. All right, let's put it on top of this little stool. Make sure that finger goes in the slot, and it did. And now you can put the screw in. Everything aligns. Perfect. And now I'm going to install the blue wire and the red or orange wire. It's a little loose, so I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. That's better. That's much, much better. Better connection. So now, guys, I'm going to install the drum. So what I'm going to have to do, once the drum is in place, I'm gonna have to move this all the way back so the belt will go around it. Belt has to go here, and one side has to go, yeah, right above this. But you can't install the belt if this is here. You have to pull it back. So just a note, guys, the rib part goes down, facing towards the metal. And also, the back of the drum goes around this lip here and on top of these two rollers. The belt is gonna go with the rib part down again. There we go. It's gonna go kind of like that, but I'm gonna have to insert the drum here by myself. Don't know. I may have to ask Maria again to help me out. But yeah, let's do that now. Let's put the drum back in. All right, so the drum has been installed. The belt's installed as well. So now I'm gonna put on the bulkhead. Notice there are 4 tabs here, and they go in like this. Like so. And then go ahead and put the 4 screws in. The blower cover. Connect this moisture sensor. There we go. And now put the top harness where it should go. Connect this right there. The light switch. And now I'm going to put on the top bracket. Alright guys, so now we need to connect this top bracket. Where does it go? Kind of like there are wiring harness holders like this in the back, only 2, and that's where this is tied to. Now this one is for the door. All right, so now I'm ready to, well, I got 2 more screws. Now for the door, notice that there are 3 tabs at the bottom, and this goes right over it. There we go, it's all in place. Before you put the door panel in, make sure you connect this wiring harness. And there are 2 tabs up here, and that's where this goes. And then 4 screws up here. And the last 2 screws go on the door, inside the door. And now for the control panel. And these little fingers, they go into these holes right there. And don't forget the wiring harness, which is right there. Should be able to snap it into place. And now, for the top cover. Now to finish up, I need to install the vent and the electricity. All right guys, so everything's back together again. Let's turn it on. Time to arrive, 40 minutes, start. Give it a few seconds to warm up. Oh yeah, it's warm. Yeah, I can feel the heat come out the door. So my wife is definitely going to be very happy about this. Now this video is definitely going to help someone, especially if you have a very similar or identical dryer. I saved a couple of $100 by doing it myself, even more if I had bought a new one. And I hope I was as detailed as possible. So if you like the content, go ahead and give me a like and put a comment below. So with that guys, you all have a good morning, afternoon or night wherever you are. We'll see you mañana. Bye.